guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Sundays with Mars. We're finally here and I'm going to be answering a lot of your questions from Instagram, some really personal ones and some very fun and conversational ones. So without further ado, let's quickly jump into the video. I hope you've grabbed some snack and like your friend and stuff and you're just chilling, because this is going to be a long talking sesh as usual. It's Sunday and what better thing to do than chat with you. So let's begin with the first question. The first question is, how do you stay away from drugs, alcohol and still not be a misfit in the group? Okay, I understood your question. Okay, let me tell you a little side story. So growing up, my parents taught me these three rules, okay? No smoking, no drinking and no cursing. And it has stayed with me till today. Like whenever I curse, I'm just like, what did I just do? Did anyone hear me? And I don't even curse. Like you'll never hear Mars curse unless I stub my toe and be like, oh F. Even for F, I say F. So it's been so ingrained in me. I don't feel sort of a peer pressure to do anything that I don't believe in. It's just something that I think I've grown up with. So I used to have friends that smoke, drink occasionally, socially, and I didn't feel the pressure to do so. I never got attracted to the whole cigarette thing. I never oh my god, what does it feel like to be that drunk girl? Like nothing. I was completely aloof from this. It didn't waver me. It didn't alter my personality. I did not sort of feel threatened or insecure, nothing. So I've always been that non-judgmental, everybody does what they want but don't force me into doing it. So if you're in a group, your friend circle that force you to drink and smoke and stuff, and they're not your people. You gotta understand who your people are. So I've had people that did all of those things but never once forced me. They're like, you want it, don't want it, it's cool, and if you feel like you're a misfit and you don't, like that episode in Friends where Rachel feels like a misfit, every time these smokers would go and smoke every 5 minutes, so be it, but if you feel like you're feeling ignored and you're feeling insecure, just I think distance yourself from that group, because then they're not gonna serve you, in the long run. So make sure you're making friends that include you in everything, even though you're not a smoker or drinker, and you don't have to fit in, my love. You are amazing the way you are, and just stand firm in your beliefs. I think a lot of us are afraid to stand up for what we believe in, and just because we don't smoke and drink does not make us uncool. Smoking is uncool. Doing drugs is uncool. Doing all of those things to fit in with the teenagers. In fact, in the world where people do all of these things, when you don't do it, you stand out more. So yeah, I think it's to each his own. I think you need to just be confident in your beliefs and confident in what you're saying. If you mean you don't want to smoke, just stand up for it and be like, dude, I don't want to do it. But I'm happy to hang out with you. So yeah, just see who your people are. What are the kind of workouts that you do when you're not feeling 100% strong and active? I don't think you should pressurize yourself into working out every single day, especially if you don't feel like working out. If you don't want to work out, if your body is tired, listen to your body. You don't have to get up every day and go to the gym. Chill, ek din se kuch nahi hoga. Relax, take your time, take a few days off. The minute you feel like, okay, I'm ready to do this again, you need to get up and do it again. Don't take a very long break. Just push yourself, There's a fine line between being lazy and giving yourself a break. If you're being lazy, you're just being too lenient with yourself and you don't want to do any work. So that's not what I'm saying. Identify that line. It's a very blurry line, I'm lazy but I don't feel like, but Mal said it's okay. No, you need to get up and get back out there, but definitely take a break, like I am now. Pani ka kaam sirf pani karte hai. That's water. I'm not a beverage person, I'll just have tea, but when I go to Starbucks, I'm like, do I want Starbucks? I'll have a cold coffee. I'm so basic. And hot chocolate. Hot chocolate is my favorite from Starbucks.
Other girls are like, I'll have a pumpkin soy latte with a little bit of cream and half, and I'm just like,
Matlab? What's a belief that you hold with which many people disagree? So generally, I've never been one of those people to follow societal norms and rules. I've always stood out. I've always stood up for what I believed in general. As a person only, I'm like that. If I don't like something, I will say no, and even if it offends everybody around me, and even if they're like, no, you have to do this because society says, I'm just like, no, I don't want to do things that people tell me to do, or rules that have been followed for eons and people just like follow them blindly without applying your own wisdom to it. I am not the kind of girl to do that. So I think a lot of beliefs that I have, a lot of people disagree with. Even people on social media, you know, whether it's moving out of my house, not wanting to cook, not wanting kids, these are like, oh, you don't want kids, like is this okay with other people in your family? Cooking is one of the basic things, you know, how can you not want to cook? It is what it is. Why, just because I'm a woman, I'm supposed to have kids, cook in the kitchen, quit my career? Like, you know, these are things that society has like just thrown upon women, like these are the rules you have to follow, otherwise you're not a fit woman, or you don't fit into this box. I don't want to fit into this box, you know, I was never the kind of person to fit into a certain kind of box, and neither do you have to. So yeah, I think many beliefs that I have, people disagree with, but I'm totally fine with that. I'm not a people pleaser. I don't believe in just pacifying people or pleasing people just because they feel better, and then I end up saying something that wasn't even me in the first place. So I refuse to be that person. I want to be authentically me and just show up like that every single time, no matter what. Is the process of moving out and staying independently overwhelming? It was initially. I'm just like, oh my god, there's like too much to do, la la la. But I think I've been so at peace and relaxed. Like in general, I'm a very fulfilled girl. I'm very grateful, and I pride myself on having these qualities, and I don't mind sharing them because I take pride in it. I'm just like, man, I feel I'm very grateful for everything I have till now, and that we were able to get a house of our own. It's rented, but still we took that step of moving out, and the fact that we made it happen for ourselves is a massive thing. So yeah, I think moving out was one of the best decisions we could have ever made, and it's only going to improve our relationships with our family. Distance helps everyone. You miss them even more, you want to spend time with them more, and it's just the most normal thing to do is detaching and just building a nest of your own. And I feel like Akhil and I are getting to learn so much about each other till today, because we've never lived together alone. There's always been fillers, right? We've never been alone except on trips, and that can actually like it can make you miss a lot of things in your partner, you know, because there's always someone filling in for the loneliness, for the emptiness. And what is it like staying alone? What is it like with these, you know, silences, these silent moments when we are working together? Like, so I feel like I'm wavering from your question, but yes, I love the feeling of staying alone with Akhil. I feel like it's only going to help us in so many ways that I cannot foresee right now, but I know it's the right decision, darling. Nowadays, I'm getting into a comparative and jealousy mindset. How to come out of that? So the fact that you are aware that you are comparing and you're jealous is awesome. It's the first step. So many people are so like ignorant and oblivious of where they are and how they're portraying themselves that they don't even know that they're comparing themselves, right? But the fact that you're aware is awesome. Now all you gotta do is work towards unlearning all of those things. Look, we girls grow up with comparison, like, right? Most of our parents and society in general, when you grow up, your neighbors and everyone is constantly comparing you to people. Get better marks than this one, इससे ज़्यादा उसको देखो, आप उसकी जैसे fair क्यों नहीं हो? Why you like thinner? Why you fatter? Why did you get lower marks than this person? So it's like constant comparison since the moment you gain consciousness, and that really takes a toll on you because you feel like that is normal. Comparison feels normal to us women today because we have only been taught that, and I feel like now it's time to unlearn those things, and it can take a while, but it's one of the best things you can do. Whenever you feel like you are comparing yourself to someone else and you have that awareness, you need to consciously, like, actually make an effort to stop. Like, you have to train your brain to go backwards and be like, okay, I need to unlearn this. The minute you're like, oh, I wish I was or I should have been, just stop and be like, why am I doing this? First, why? Ask the question why. It's one of the biggest mysteries of the world. Like, why am I doing this? Why am I comparing myself to someone else? Why am I jealous of her or him or their relationship? Is it some place that you are lacking yourself? Are you not in a happy relationship? Are you feeling lonely? That's why you are comparing yourself. So identify the base root of it. Like, why are you doing what you are doing every day and bringing yourself down? The minute you identify the reasoning is when you will work towards eliminating those reasons from your life. So yeah, if you say like, oh, she's so thin, like I wish I was like her, you instantly compare yourself to her, right? Why are you doing that? Maybe because you want to lose weight. Okay, let's start a new fitness journey. Let's work towards it. The minute you look at it in a positive light, it's going to serve you and be better for you. A lot of times I'm like, oh my god, she has such a good life, I want that life. And I say it with like happiness, like I want that life and I'm gonna work towards it. Not like I want that life, what a loser, like why does she have to get that and not me? Doesn't serve anyone, darling. She's gonna go ahead and live very happily and successful while you're gonna be here being bitter about other people and doing nothing about your life. So be aware and actively try and change the thoughts that come into your mind. Okay, next question. Your opinion on people who don't believe in God. Again, to each his own. I have learned very strongly that your belief is like your identity, and that's why a lot of people get threatened when their beliefs are questioned, right? Example, if somebody questions your faith or somebody questions a superstition that you believe in and have believed in for so long, you instantly get into defense mode, and that is because it is your identity, right? And yeah, I think over a few weeks, or you can say months, I have like trained myself to tune that out, and I have trained myself to be okay with people. I think acceptance is key. So accepting that you believe in God is more than enough. Like, you believe in God, that's enough. So I tell myself like, I believe in God, I pray, and I'm fulfilled, I'm happy, I'm at peace, and that's all that matters. And if someone doesn't believe in God, for example, Akhil is not a very religious person, he's a very spiritual person. He's very he's in a very meditative zone. He just like believes in energy and things like that. So he doesn't believe in God per se, but he believes in an energy higher than him, which is something better than nothing according to me. Because I believe if someone doesn't believe that there's nothing above the human race and it's just us humans, I don't know, I'm just like, okay, cool, maybe someday you would read something or come across something that would help you realize something that is bigger than yourself. But I don't really, it's fine. Neutral. Okay, next question. How to stay calm when you can't change things or people around you? Firstly, you can not change people around you. Like, just understand this, that change begins. Ooh, the lighting completely changed. So honestly, you cannot change people around you. I mean, a little bit, but you cannot truly change somebody 100%. I think the only person you need to start with is yourself. So if something is bothering you, and if you're just not okay for most of the times in your life, and people are irritating you, or you are becoming irritated by small little things, I think it's time to look inward. I think everything begins on the inside. So don't seek to change other people around you, like your parents, your brothers, your friends. Like, they will be who they are and they will learn in time. So you change yourself. Are you the best version you can be of yourself? And if that is a yes, Mars, I'm trying every day to be a better version of myself. I am calmer, I'm more accepting, I'm more understanding, I'm not reactive. These are the qualities you have to like try and build in yourself, so that you are not wavered or you are not affected by any external factor. I think that comes with a lot of learning and a lot of like practicing and trying to rewire your brain into understanding that, okay, this is what it is, this is an irritating person, but I'm going to try and be not shaken by that. I'm just going to try and be calm and accept and let him be who he needs to be. And if it's your best friend, your close friends, your brothers, they will start to see the change in you and try and, you know, include those qualities in themselves. So don't bank on changing other people. You're going to lose that battle. And how? Do you think financial compatibility is important for a relationship? 100%. I think it's very important that before you get into a serious relationship or even like marriage, it's important to talk about a lot of things that a lot of people don't talk about. And I mentioned this before, talking about religion, babies, finances, death is very important. I think you need to talk to your partner about this. And I'm gonna admit, like, I haven't I didn't have all of this sorted out before I married Akhil. We still talk about some things. The month we got married, we started talking about finances the month after that, and we're like, okay, shit, we're already married. Not that it would change our decision, but you know what I mean? It's like once you have clarity on these subjects and you have the difficult conversation that, trust me, it's difficult. And I'm telling you because I've had it. It is difficult, it is tough to speak about this, especially if you are coming from a very broken past, whether it is your religion, finances, family. Obviously one of these areas you feel strongly about, and that's why you are insecure about, right? For me, that's money. I'm very weird when it comes to finances, and that's because of my past. But over time I want to change it, right? I don't want to be this person who is just broken about her past because of something that happened at one point. I don't want to be known as that person. I identified what was broken and now I want to fix it. I do not want to stay broken. You don't have to stay broken. You can fix yourself, and you can work on those things to be a better human being and not bring that baggage into your relationship. So when we started talking about money and things like that, things started getting so much more lighter and more comfortable. I'm still in that process of being okay with talking about a lot of things, and so is he. There are some topics that are very sensitive to him, and bringing them out is very difficult, but that is what it is. You gotta talk about it. And answering your question, financial compatibility is important. How you're gonna spend your money, who's gonna be the breadwinner, are you all both going to work, are you both going to pitch in the same amount for the house? All of that is very important, man, because you are going to be with him or her for the rest of your life, right? And you don't want to be in this very gray area when it comes to finances. If you're not comfortable with him just being the sole bread earner, then you have to take up that responsibility as well and be like, you know what, I'm not comfortable with you handling all the money aspects, so I'm going to pitch in here as well. I'm going to pick up a job and we're going to split it 50-50. Or you can be like, well, I'm not comfortable working after marriage. I think I want to have kids and settle down and take care of my babies, and is it okay if you work? I think asking these questions is very important to your partner, and being on the same page, whether it is buying a house, investing together. Girls, you have to make sure that you are not on the sidelines when you are at a very delicate age, that is when you're 50, 60. You were all rosy and in love when you were in your 20s, and then when you came to your old or mid-age, if something didn't work out with your partner, make sure you are not left stranded alone on the sidelines where he took the house, he took everything, sold everything, and you are just left dry. Okay, just make sure you are smart about these things. Make sure you have your own backing. Make sure you are talking to your partner about it and being like, hey, this is why I'm not comfortable, or I really want to have a pool of my own. Whatever it is, whatever makes you feel comfortable in your heart, just make sure that when you are 80 years old or 60 years old or whatever age, even 30, if you had kids, didn't have kids, if you got married and he took care of all the finances and you didn't work, then you are left with nothing. And that is a very, very vulnerable, helpless situation to be in. And that is one of my biggest fears when it comes to finances and marriages is this. And so that's why I'm very careful today and very vocal about these things, because I feel like a conversation is needed, and just knowing where your partner stands. Don't eliminate him or her outside the conversation and be like, well, this is my money, this is your money. It's our money. How do I want to do this? How do we want to grow up? If anything had to happen to the two of us and we had to separate, who gets to keep 50-50? Who gets to keep most of the money? Who gets to keep the house? Who gets to keep the kid? These are questions you need to talk about. And it's not like you're talking badly about the future, or these are healthy discussions to have. Trust me, not bury it under the iske baare mein baat nahi karna chahiye. It's stupidity. No, you should talk about these things. It's 2020, we're moved far along now, and I feel like because most of our parents and grandparents did not get to have this conversation with their partners, some of our mothers and fathers are left stranded. This is just because they never had a conversation or a say in it. Make sure you have an opinion about who you want to be and how your finances needs to be handled. Why you always reach out for brands? I mean, you should get what you want. Okay, I don't reach out for brands. So what we do is, let me help you, let me break it down for you. Okay, so even when it comes to makeup, I can definitely go ahead and buy, and I do buy, girls. Like, I don't show you everything I buy. I show you things that I get in PR because that's what it is. But I do purchase my favorite concealers, my foundations, my mascaras, whatever I run out of, I buy them. And when it comes to some makeup or some things, brands themselves tell us, like, hey, listen, like, whenever you run out of something, just hit us up and we will send it to you. It's just a give and take. So basically, it's like an understanding between an influencer and a brand. So these are one of the perks that you get when you are an influencer. Example, I'm using the Clinique Moisture Surge and I love that cream a lot, okay? But they literally are like, if you ever run out of Clinique Moisture Surge, hit us up and we'll send it to you. Because they know it's my favorite and there's no point buying the Clinique Moisture Surge because this brand has offered to send it to me, and they send it to me in every other kit. Like, you know, they'll send me something but they'll put in a Clinique Moisture Surge because they know I love it so much. So it's just an understanding between the brand and an influencer and how close you are with each other, because you work together on a daily basis. So it's just things like that. So whenever I feel like I'm out of my MAC lip liner, I'll just be like, hey, do you have a spare Soar? Can you send me a lip liner? I love Soar from MAC. It's my favorite lip liner. So they're like, yeah, cool, we'll send it along with another PR package that we're sending to you next month. So I'm like, awesome. So I don't want to go ahead and waste money per se if the brand is offering to just send what I love with love. So yeah, that is just basically it. It's nothing complicated, and some things brands don't give me and I have to purchase, and I do, you know. But a lot of things, you guys, brands are just so happy to just give. They're very giving, and whether if they're doing it for shout outs, if they're doing it for whatever reason, that's their understanding, right? I don't know why they're doing it, but they love to gift influencers a lot of things, and that's one of the perks of being an influencer. They'll gift so many things of my house items were gifted by brands, like the mattress, the bed sheets, the rugs, the plants. They were gifted because they knew I was moving out way in advance, and they're like, hey, we would love to send you this comforter. Please don't purchase a comforter. We would love. I was like, awesome, that is so sweet, you know. So yeah, it's not like they're paying me to say nice things. They'll just gift it to me, like, hey, you love the phone, here you go. Now what you do is up to you. So yeah, it's not like they are paying us to say something nice. Those are two different things. Now we get PR, we get gifts, a lot of gifts we are sent. We get called to a lot of food places to taste their food. We get called to experientials like a hair spa, skin treatment. We get a lot of that. But experientials, they don't pay us anything to say anything good. It's just like, come, can you give us one story? It depends on you. I'm like, hell yeah, you're giving me a complete facial and a hair spa, I'll definitely give you some stories, you know. But they're not paying me to say anything. Now sponsored posts are different. Sponsored posts is, hey, I'm coming out with this new mug and we want to do a paid campaign. This is what the mug costs, and we're going to give you so and so money to put up one post and a story. Would you want to do it? Then I'm like, hey, would you mind sending me the product? Can I just test it out for a bit and see if it goes with my vibe or if I like it, and then I will come back to you on the confirmation. Then I get the mug, I'm like, I prefer this, it's so my vibe. Then I confirm to the campaign. I'm like, hey, I love your product, I'm confirming to this campaign, let's do it. So they're like, cool, awesome, these are my rates, these are the confirmation, we negotiate, and boom, a campaign is produced. Now that is sponsored campaign where they're paying me, but for me in specific, I call for the products in weeks in advance to test or see whether I like it. Whether be it a brush, be it a lipstick, be it a new brand, I'm like, let me test it out. If this vibes with me, we'll confirm the campaign. So every influencer has their own way of doing things, and this is how I work. And gifts by brands are something that they do completely by themselves. So a bouquet of flowers will come from a flower brand. They'll be like, hey, you moved into a house, this is a gift from our side. Pillow covers will come, we'll be like, you moved into a new house, this is from our side. They're not expecting anything, but in my mind, the fact that they sent me such an expensive gift, I owe them a story, you know. So it's just that thanking and being grateful for the brands for doing what they do for me, because just giving away products like that, even if you're an influencer, is a lot. And so yeah, these are the three different places that influencers work with, and just like understanding this will help you know what is happening and how it's happening, etc. Would you ever move out of the country for your job as an influencer? The fact that my job doesn't require me to be in one specific country is the best part of my job. So even when I'm traveling and things like that, I'm constantly working by taking vlogs, etc. That is my job. And I would move out of a country. Why not? Like, to experience something else, I can move to like 12 months to Italy or something like that. Like, why not? I think it would be fun, and I'm not tied to any desk or any city or country as such. Do you encourage plastic surgery? Again, I don't condone it, nor do I encourage it per se. Like, you should get this. Like, I'm honestly very neutral when it comes to all of this. I'm like, if something is not working for you, either you do it the natural way, but if you're still not happy, then you fix it. But just make a choice on your own. Make sure you are not taking that decision due to external factors or because of people's opinions. It has to come from a place of love. It has to come from your own inside, being like, okay, I want to get a liposuction, it's my own decision, and I'm going to be happy. Okay, that's all you need to know. And apart from that, yeah, plastic surgery is great if that's what you want personally. I have nothing against it. Who was your favorite cartoon character when you were a child and also now? Now I don't have anyone. Now I think it's that Squidward from SpongeBob because of Jake. That Squidward reminds me of my brother, and that's why I like that character. But my favorite cartoon was Tom and Jerry. I love Tom and Jerry. Like, I was obsessed with watching that. Then Powerpuff Girls. I love Powerpuff Girls so much. Dexter and Dee Dee. Oh my god, I love Dexter and Dee Dee. It's my favorite. It was my favorite. What was the one thing which keeps you in this field? I'm looking at it. It's you guys. You guys have kept me. Your responses, your constant support has kept me stuck to this field. I don't know what I would do if I woke up one day and I'm like, I don't have my audience to talk to. Like, it's such a weird thing. We connect. You and I have this bond that I don't see anyone else having, and that is something I will never take for granted. My relationship with you is so sacred and is so protected. Like, no brand, nobody comes between it. And secondly, it's my job, it's my passion that I get to wake up and I get to do makeup. Like, literally waking up and getting to doll up this face is my favorite thing to do. Like, I don't remember a single day where I woke up and I was like, oh, I have to put makeup. Like, the day that happens, I'm just like, something's up. You know, my mom is like, how do you get up every day and put makeup? I'm just like, it is what it is. Yeah, it's my passion. Secondly, I'm so in love with what I do. It's so difficult to earn from your passion. You know, not many people get to live their dreams and earn from it. It's very difficult part. And the fact that I get to do that every day, man, it's something that has kept me in the field. And thirdly, the fact that I'm able to afford pretty things, I'm able to afford a lifestyle, I'm able to live in a house that I can pitch in for when it comes to my mom's house, my current house, taking care of people, and that's just, I'm happy about that I'm able to do these things, because I know I have faced adversity and I know what it is like not to be able to afford something for a very long time. And the fact that my job allows me to do that is keeping me here, and I am so grateful for it. It's one of the things that I will never take for granted. Never. Has your family always supported you in all your life decisions? Yes, I would like to say 100%. It is so incredible when you have the additional support of your family. Support means everything. And even if one person in your family supports you, there's nothing that can stop you, right? But the fact that my entire family supported me, like even when I wanted to become a YouTuber, and you know, when I was not getting money for a very long time, I just made videos because I love them, and I still do. I just create videos. At a trying time when I needed to get a job to earn money to sustain the family, I chose to become a YouTuber. And my brother never said a word. My older brother was like, you do what you have to do, I got you, like I'll be there. When your time comes, we'll see. You know, and I'm just like, I got to live my dream. I got to live my passion in one of the most trying periods of my personal life. and my brother supported me fully, my mother supported me fully. Never did they once give me crap about you need to earn money to support the family, nothing. They just let me do what I do. And when you have that kind of support and that strength that you draw from your family, that you're able to live the life of your dreams even at a time where you needed to get up and earn money, it will make you bulletproof. Like that, at that point you're just soaring and being like, oh my god. If you ever get a chance to relive one of the moments in the past, which one is it and why? I would just relive all my vacations with my family. Every May we used to go for a vacation outside India, and those are the times I would love to relive once again. I'd do anything to get those moments back. And I would love to relive my proposal day for sure. Like that's something I can never get over because it's one of my favorite things. I realize I'm not wearing my ring, so let's wear something. My ring is inside, yeah. Which version of the Bible is the best to understand for a beginner? I want to start reading it. Oh, so sweet. Even I've just started reading my Bible. Yeah, shocking. I honestly recommend, if you're a beginner, to watch these YouTube videos where they explain really nicely about the entire Bible. So they go chapter by chapter in an animated series and they explain to you about Jesus and yeah, God. So I will try and find it and link it down below, but you can just like Google like Bible animated chapters or something like that, and you will definitely get these beautifully explained, very easily explained stories, because the Bible can get very complicated for someone who doesn't know the Bible very well. So yeah, I recommend watching videos. Will you go on a date with Joey or Chandler? Very difficult. I think I'll go with Chandler. I just love Chandler. Chandler's my favorite character because I think he's the perfect combination of sarcasm and like funny and kind and loving. So he's like perfect in every place. So that character was built very beautifully, and I feel like I love Chandler's character because he's gonna make me laugh like mad. If I go with Chandler, like his sarcasm will just crack me up. As if I'm really going on a date with Chandler, I'm talking like he's gonna crack me up. Joey and I will just fight for food because honey, I am the female Joey. I could eat. We'd be fighting. It'd be a bad date. Tell us about your diet. I have zero diet, my loves. I would never lie to you. I'll tell you what I eat daily. Chalo. If I'm planning to go work out, okay, I will wake up, have an omelette. I have to eat before I work out because I just cannot do black coffee and I don't drink coffee. So I either have an omelette, 2 egg whites, 1 yellow, and I have 2 toasts and a cup of tea. I'm a chai girl. Please, who's a chai girl? I'm a complete chai. I need my tea in the morning, otherwise I can't function. Okay, so chai. Then I work out, I come back and I have regular lunch, jo bhi hai. So it'll be like maybe 1 roti, 2 rotis, or I'll have rice. I'm a rice girl. Bhaji and some dal, and then some kakri on the side, water to drink, specifically telling you. Then for snacks, like right now I'm having some tea. She's just come in making me garma garam chai. I'll drink chai or I'll have like a sandwich or 2. Right now I'm not hungry, so I'll just have tea. Then in the evening, whatever's there for dinner. So I'm just gonna eat the same thing from the afternoon. I'll have like the same dal and she'll make a different sabzi, or I'll have rasam, rice. Is literally no diet. This is my diet. Ghar ka khana, and I'll eat like an ice cream because I love ice cream. So I'll eat, you know, the sandwich ice cream from Have More. It is my favorite ice cream of life. Like I love that's Bicky Max. So I've ordered like 10 and I keep eating that on alternate days because I love it. Alright guys, so I'm gonna end this video right here. I hope I answered most of your questions. In fact, I'm picking out very good quality questions where I'm not answered before. So I really hope you got to know me a little better. Thank you so much for supporting me and loving this video and the Sundays with Mal series. It means so much to me. One thing before I leave, please focus on your own dreams and goals and your life, and don't look to your external factors, because I'm reading a lot of questions where you guys are like, how do I get rid of negative thoughts? What do I do when my friend thinks of me like this? What do I do? My auntie thinks of me like this. I'm just like, cut the noise out. Don't pay attention to that. All of that is just noise. Make sure you are focusing on your goal and your journey. your journey is what matters. However other people live their lives has nothing to do with you. So yeah, take your time out and get to know yourself better and just be the best version of yourself every single day. That's what you have to strive to be. And once the change starts from within, no external factor can come in between that, and you will be just happy and confident as ever. Okay, I love you guys so much and thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.